I am Mark Stewart. Thank you for attending again. This is the Daily Fire, and this response comes from an astute student. The question, why do we need an FDA? And she's on to something. We almost certainly don't. Federal agencies for welfare are never going to be as good as privately run agencies, singular or the multitude. The FDA is a single agency that, as well-meaning as it might be, is no better than the people that staff it, and very likely worse, because talented people are still compromised. Politically, when run by an agency, they are somewhat influenced by big drug companies that want to fight for approvals. The people might be compromised in another way. Do they want a promotion within the government? What do they have to do to get that? Might differ from evaluating the efficacy and the safety of a drug. Who can do it better? Everyone, collectively. In the old days, when there wasn't an internet to publicize, we still had private sources for reviewing things. If you wanted to buy an automobile, there were 3 good rating agencies. If you wanted to buy a television, there was a rating, at least 2 rating agencies. These days, almost anyone can be a rater thanks to reviews on Google and Yelp. Drugs don't have to be any different. People can talk about how quickly or not so quickly they were remedied, whether there were side effects or not. Private agencies can be more professional at monitoring who are these people, maybe do some testing themselves. And I trust the multitude of private agencies that need to do good to survive. You know, if you want a subscription to Kiplinger's, you need to trust that Kiplinger's is doing the job. And Kiplinger's better do it well, or else they will lose revenue. FDA doesn't have to worry about losing revenue. They're staffed the same way with the same budget or maybe more every single year. Here's why you know it doesn't work all the time. The FDA has approved some bad drugs. Thalidomide killed people in the 1950s. More recently, Vioxx, which was supposed to be helping heart ailments, it killed people despite FDA scrutiny. Now, most drugs don't kill people, but the FDA holds up a lot of drugs that would save people. And by golly, if I have an ailment that I can't get because a bureaucracy is holding it up, that is an unfair restraint of trade. It could affect my life, okay? People who needlessly are waiting 11, 12 years for an FDA approval are suffering for those 11 or 12 years, or maybe they have to go out of the country. We in the United States should be able to live with the drugs that are done, made for our health, and protected by safety of numbers. And yes, if there are people pushing the drug manufacturer that are fraudulent, they should go to jail, okay? And I think penalties shouldn't be addressed to the company, but to individuals in the company. You lied, you falsified. That should be imprisonment as a result. When we have good justice and free markets, we do better than the FDA.